guys, welcome back and thanks for taking the time to join me. I'm going to tie a wee shrimp pattern. I've been asked to tie this by a gentleman called Patton. Now this is his fly and it's just my take on it. He's asked for my take on the pattern. He follows my fly tan, so I'm just going to show you my take of it and then I'll explain Roy's original sort of way dressing at the end of the video. Now the hook and the vise is a Partridge Patriot double in silver in size 10. We're going to start by putting a tag on the back. That's going to be a brite floss number 5. So we're just going to come in and we're just going to sort of start off where we would start a oval or silver tinsel. Bring the floss in between the hook as well. Now I haven't cut off the waste piece yet. That sort of way anchors it to the back of the hook. Then we're just going to build this up. Now, Roy builds his up. He sent me a picture of the fly. It's really pronounced, really sort of way bulbous, if you like. That's going to be enough for me there. And then I'm going to come in with my whip finishing tool and throw in a whip finish. Just a 3-turn whip finish, but plenty just to hold it, because we're going to use a UV resin to protect the wee brite butt or tag at the back. This is just a UV resin. You could super glue and varnish if you don't have the resin. That's what I used to do. Now I'm just going to come in with my needle here and we'll just spread this right the whole way right around the tag. And this is for protection more than anything else, just to give the fly a wee bit of longevity. Then we're going to come in and light this up. Just make sure it's well cured before you continue to tie the remainder of the fly. Just make sure it's well cured the whole way right round. Plenty now. Yep. Now on Roy's pattern, I think he used golden pheasant breast feather just dyed red. I'm going to use one dyed orange. And going by Roy's message, it's a medium to large feather that he uses in the pattern. So just stripping the rubbish away from the bottom of the feather. I'm just going to come in and stroke back the fibres to reveal the tip, get a tan in point. Then we'll just offer this up to the hook. Now before we do that, make sure you connect your thread. So the thread that I'm going to use to tie the fly is Uni Thread 80 in Fair Orange. I'm just having a wee giggle to myself. Now I'm just going to come in a couple of mil behind the eye of the hook. I'm just going to run the thread down to meet the brite floss butt or tag at the back. Remove the waste tag of thread. I do tend to get ahead of myself, guys, sometimes. Then we're going to come up with our golden pheasant hackle. Catch in, 2 turns to catch it in, fold the tip back. Bring your thread turns back up over the tip and the hackle. Now at this point I just take wide turns just to give me room to work, and then I'm going to come in and trim away the stem of the hackle. And then we'll just stroke back the fibres, and we're just going to do one turn in front of the other. Now, there's guys that I fish with who like a really sparse tail, and that would do them there. They wouldn't want any more on than that. But I like to use this feather up as much as I can. Now, that's going to have a plenty there, so I'm just going to bring my thread back down into position. Bring the hackle round a half a turn, bring my thread up, and then force the hackle stem down into the thread. That will catch it in. Tighten up on the thread turns now, and then you can come in and trim away the excess. Then we're just going to come in with our toothbrush, our trusty Norman Wisdom. as I like to call them, and just brush that tail out. Now you could make that tag at the back more pronounced, like I say, and that'll spay them out for you a wee bit more. Now Roy's fly doesn't have flesh in the tail, but I'm going to put in a couple of strands of mirror flesh in blue. Now you could use mirror flesh in orange, I have it there, but of this, the blue flesh sitting on my desk, so I'm just going to use it. Come around with a pinching loop, another turn to hold, I'm going to fold back the excess, come up over the top. Now I'm going to leave it all in, and I'm going to trim the longer pieces longer than the tail. Just get rid of that. Then I'm going to work my thread up. Don't worry about this sitting up. I'm just going to work my thread up sort of way to the midway point, and I'm going to tag in an ultra wire in blue. In Roy's pattern he uses a silver wire. Now this is more for protection than it is for colour, because the dubbing that we're going to put on, you'll not really see the wire through it. So just coming back, tied up against the tail. Now the dubbing that I'm going to use, this is the rainbow Lite brite. On Roy's original pattern he used the rainbow ice stub. Now I do have the rainbow ice stub there, but like this on it. So just a small amount. Just going to dub that up. Right, so at this point just come in and just hold back that flesh and work the dubbing up. Now I'm just going to get another wee tiny bit, just a wee bit shorter. Don't need too much, just a small amount. Slide this up just to finish off at the top. Many wee fibres want to go forward, just squeeze them back. Sweet one there, I'll take this one away. And then we're going to come up with 3 turns of the blue wire just to protect the body. Following that around with our thread, a couple of turns to secure. Come in and bend and break away the wire. Or if you've got designated scissors, you can always sort of cut the wire away. Now if you want to bring out some of the dubbing, just going to come in with my Velcro. Just make sure your thread's out of the way when you use the Velcro, or you'll just bust it. Now we're looking grand. The mid and front hackle is a bodger. It's just a bodger, Cape Silver bodger hackle. So we'll just get the mid one off first. Just offer this up to the hook. Around with a couple of turns, going to fold the tip back. A couple of turns up over the top. Come in and break away the stem of the hackle. Just going to come in with my scissors. Stroke back the fibres. Just helps the process there for you guys. And then you can come around with one turn in front of the other. Now the turns of hackle are really up to you on these Irish shrimp style flies. It all depends on the quality of the hackle that you're winding. Now, that's going to be plenty for me there. So I'm just going to have a wee check actually. We'll see. I'm just going to put in another half a turn just to there. Follow this around with my thread, and then a couple of turns to catch this in. We'll just come in and trim away the remainder of the stem. Now don't worry about all these fibres, just bring your thread forward. We'll sort them out in a second. The front body's going to be dubbed again, and we'll fold them back in a minute. Now we're just going to come back to our blue ultra wire for the rib. Just going to catch this in underneath. Take another couple of turns to just catch it in, and come in and fold everything back. Then we'll bring our thread back down nice and tight, just up against the mid hackle. You're not tying on to the mid hackle, just up against it. Then we'll go back to our rainbow Lite brite. We'll just dub this on. Slide that up. Then we'll just work this up the front part of the body. Right, just take another turn. Anything that's going forward, just come in and sweep it back and bring your thread in front. Then we can bring up our wire. Same again, 3 turns of the wire through the body. Follow that around with your thread. A couple of tight turns to secure. Come in and bend and break away the wire. Now I want to bring out some of the dubbing again here. So just pluck it out with the Velcro. Just always be careful of your thread there, guys. We want to do that, especially in tight spaces. Bring the thread back up. Go back to our badger cape. Get a wee hackle for the front. Stroke back the fibres again to reveal the tip. A couple of turns to catch the tip in, fold the tip back. Bring your thread turns back up over the tip on the hackle. Come in and break away the tip. Just come in with the scissors and stroke the fibres back. And then you're looking one turn in front of the other. Right. Just going to put in just another one. That's going to do me there. I'm going to follow this around with my thread. Catch that in. A couple of tight turns there now. Now the stem on this is thin enough, so I'm just going to strip off the excess fibres. Come in and fold the stem back and bring the thread back up over the stem and the hackle. There's one wee fibre there, but we'll sort him out in a minute. Break away the stem. Just trim him away. Better just trimming them away, guys, rather than constantly taking thread turns to hold it back at times, I feel. Now we're just going to put on 2 small jungle cock eyes here. It is required in Roy's pattern as well. So that's it there. 2 wee eyes. Now you can put bigger eyes on than this. It's just that I fancy these 2 wee ones, so don't go telling the wife. Right, just going to offer them up. Just not happy with that one. Then we're just going to come round. Just loose turns. Just to see what way we're sitting. I'm just not happy with this one. With the way I decided to sit. I'm just offering these sort of way up in to the hackle, just checking the length. Yep, happy enough with that. Now, just going to come in and hold the eyes. Forget about everything else. Don't worry about any fibres going forward or anything like that. Just come in and sweep everything back. And then we're just going to build up our head. Just not happy with that. Just coming back. That's better. And you're just looking to build up a nice head on the fly. Now keeping the thread tight. You can come in and break away the stems off the jungle cock. I'm just looking here on the camera now, the bigger screen, just a wee bit of fibre there. Just going to take that away. I'm just going to run the thread down one more time, just for a wee bit of colour. Back up. Then I'm going to come in with my whip finishing tool, and we're just going to throw in a 4 or 5 turn whip finish. Pull the thread nice and tight. Come in and trim away the tan thread. Now, that's the wee fly. Now, on Roy's pattern, like I said at the start, Roy uses I think it's a natural red breast feather for the tail. There's no flash in the tail. Uses a silver wire for the rib, and uses the rainbow ace dubbing for the body. I've just noticed, I just want to take that away. Just a wee fibre there. Then I'm just going to come in with a wee drop of super glue just onto the head. Right the whole way right round. And we'll let that dry, and then we'll come in and we'll put on a couple of coats of super glue just to seal the head up. So there you go, guys. That's just my take on the Patton shrimp. Great looking wee fly. It's a good wee shrimp fly pattern, and I can definitely 100% see that working. So look, if you fish for Atlantic salmon, whether it's in the UK or Ireland, tie a couple of them up, maybe one in size 10, one in size 12, and let me know how you get on. Until next time, please stay safe, guys, and tight lines.